Hi guys, so today I want to talk a little bit about social media. I know, kind of ironic that we're talking on my social media channel about social media. So, social media can be a really powerful thing. It can be really, really helpful, but it can also be really, really damaging. And I think that depends on the pages that you follow and how you deal with it. So, I think when I say it can be damaging, it's the fake news that's out there. It's the people fluffing up their lifestyles. It's when you start to compare yourself to what's going on around you. I mean, the world's pretty shitty out there right now. I mean, we're living in a cost of living crisis. The economy is in the tank. Um, Job security is probably at an all-time low, and the world's at war. It can quite easily be very easy to get sucked in to those, and that will affect your mental health. But also, there's so many accounts out there that post life as a fairy tale, and they're living their best life. And a lot of people's social media accounts are used to boast up their own lifestyles, and I think it's important to recognize that that's not real life. Um, it's important to understand the difference between social media and real life. I mean, I never try to paint my life as anything that it's not. Um, I have good moments and I have bad moments. I have real positive days and I have really negative days. And it's important to show both. It's important to be real. But it's also important, and it is the social media creators' responsibility to show both. But it's also your responsibility to not compare yourself. Everybody's journey is different. No one's journey is the same. We're all, it sounds cliche, but we're all like snowflakes. We're all unique. We've all come from the same place. We're all probably going to the same place. But the journey along the way will be ever so slightly different to every single other person on the planet. Some people you'll be wildly different to. But don't judge yourself by someone else's life. I have mentioned this quite a few times in my videos in terms of marriage, getting new jobs and stuff like that. But even the mundane day to day, these social influencers that are jetting off to XYZ, it's, I'm sure it's not what actually their day-to-day life's like. And the fact that they're constantly having to film, constantly got the pressure to make sure they got content out, likes, shares, sponsorship deals, yada yada yada. I can't imagine that is that straightforward and that easy. And it's important to remember that at the end of the day, that's a job. They are there to promote an image. Whether that image is true or not is another thing entirely. I'm not saying all social media creators are the same, because some of them are not. And some of them are good. And they do promote real life, and they do XYZ to make sure that people understand that their life's not all glitz and glamour. But there's not a lot of them. I mean, I can't believe that we see social media creators as celebrities now. And by no means am I saying I'm one of them. I'm nowhere near. I've only got 1,000 followers. That's a minor raindrop on the grand scheme of things. But there's a lot of creators out there that are seen as celebrities. And I suppose in a way they are. They probably have just as many followers, just as many fans as movie stars do, and musicians. But it's wild to think that that's a thing. That might make me share my age. I mean, social media wasn't particularly a thing when I was growing up. I mean, we had MySpace and Facebook and Bebo, but nobody took it that seriously. It's crazy the world we live in now, and how much social media controls it. I mean, the amount of time we probably spent doom scrolling through Instagram, Facebook. I do it myself. It's crazy the grip it has on our lives. I think it's a wonderful thing that I can do this. I think it's a wonderful thing that people can share the happy moments, the sad moments, their whatever moments, to their friends, their families, to the world. I think it's amazing, but there's a seedy dark side to it. And I think people with mental health, or people without mental health, need to be very careful not to get sucked down that hole. And I think kids, it needs to be monitored and it needs to be looked after. I'm not saying that parents should have access to absolutely everything their kids are doing online. I mean, where's the fun in that for the kid? I know for a fact my parents didn't, but they did limit my screen time. But the wide variety of the things they can get onto nowadays is a lot different from when I was a kid. Although saying that, I did see One Guy, One Jar when I was in my teens, so take that from what you will, but do not Google that. You do not want to see that. And Pain Olympics. Two Girls, One Cup was around when I was growing up, so I wouldn't say it was damaging in the same way that social media can be damaging now, but I think a lot of creators out there do have to look at themselves and ask if they're doing good to the world. Most of them probably won't because they're getting that mullah. But it's something to reflect on. Anyway, we have the next quiz coming up on the 23rd of February. I can't remember what day I said now, but there was a post about it. £2 entry donation to join. It would be lovely to see some more people there. It is obviously for a great cause, Papyrus, and we're going to keep on raising money best we can. I've got some things planned out for the year, along with the walks. We've got interviews coming up soon. There's a lot of exciting things coming your way. Keep your eyes peeled, and I'll speak to you guys soon. I hope you're having a great day and a great mental health day. I'll speak to you soon. See ya.